Hi, so I'm just walking around chain smoking, skipping class, so I figured I'd make another video like the last one, where I just walk and see what's going through my head. And so I was thinking, how does eternity work? Because eternity is a long time. And so on my last video, I explained how everything is made up as a collaboration of love. And that's the body of God, and that's all of us working together. And some of us kind of probably think of that as like all of us working together in harmony being like everything that goes into a city, like the plumbers and the carpenters and the cops and the judges and the lawyers and the police and waiters, waitresses, cooks, and all that stuff. But other people may take that to the next fractal level up and think of it as being like you got nation states working together on the planet. Like U.S. has the most clout right now, military and financial. Then we got North Korea that does their thing. We got Russia that does their thing, and South America, that whole continent, and Africa, that whole continent, and all those countries in there that do their thing. You know, other people may take it as us working in harmony as spiritual, in a spiritual sense. So where it's like, you can think of us spiritually like each one of us is like an orb or like a little bubble. And so what it looks like is like when you blow a bubble from one of those tube things where you have like a big bubble and a bunch of smaller little bubbles all around it. And so all of those working together creates a form of synergy. And synergy is where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So where like more energy is produced than all the energy that's contained individually added together individually. And so some think that through all of us working together, creating this synergy, this creates materialism so that we can physically exist. Because if we're made in the image of God, then that means our spirit is eternal and unchangeable. So the only way that it could ever evolve would be to physically exist in a material realm in a limited time frame so it can't outlive consequences, so that it can have experiences and learn from those experiences and have life lessons along the way. And so I think how that would look as far as eternity goes in a material sense is that if anybody was like filming you, if you were watching a life on TV from one life to the next, I think it gives the illusion of purgatory, because you go through the same actions and you grow up and be the same person and have the same friends and have the same experiences, but your perception of each experience would be different because you add on from the previous life. So this would create different lessons, even though materially it may be the same life that you lived, but there may be one small change physically in the life. Like I'm walking right now, I took a step to the left. Maybe in my last life I lived the exact same life, but I didn't take that step to the left. I walked straight, or maybe a step to the right. So I think as far as mentally the changes go, we go from one life to the next where we add on and get a different perception from the same material existence, but it gives the illusion of being purgatory, because if you were to watch one life to the next, it's the same experiences and the same person, same friends, same family, same everything. And I think there's slow changes over time, because you have to have slow changes over time, because that's how you would materially evolve. I think that's how eternity works. But that's what I was talking about in that last video I made, where collaboration of love, that's the body of God, and how it's all working together in harmony. I think that's how it works spiritually and physically together combined. So I'll watch this video and see how it goes, see if I post it or not.